New and updated mods are out now for Farming Simulator 22. In total, 34 mods were released today on the Endgame Mod Hub. All platforms got 16 new and 11 updates, one of which was a map that was recently removed. We'll talk about that. A PC and Mac players got 4 new and 3 updates. In this video, I'll show you all the new mods, plus customization options and features, and I'll review all the mods that got an update. Timestamps are linked below if you want to skip around. Otherwise, let's jump right in. Starting off today with new ones for all platforms, we have the Volvo F16 Styling Pack. Now, recently, HR Force released their Bullbar, which came in a box similar to this, and actually, that got an update today. We'll talk about that later in the video. This is, it's different styling parts for that truck. This is super interesting, so let's take a look. So we have the FH16 wheel setup. So you pick the setup that you have for your truck. So that's the 4x2, the 6x4, or the 8x4. We're gonna go with 6x4. Now, logo cover, yes or no, we will stick with that. Low bar, yes, we will go with that. So you can see we've got that on the side of the box, but only on one side. Then we have sidebar, yes or no. Let's say yes to that. Windscreen, of course we want that. Roof bar, yeah, give me that. We would actually see the different pictures of what's going to be on our truck. I think this one looks pretty cool, so we'll go with that. Flashing lights, I say yes. It actually puts them on the box, that's cool. Bull bar, of course we want to go with that. We could either do yes or bull bar with lights. Let's go bull bar with lights. Let's see, sidebar of the colors. Now, these are going to match up with our colors, so I like that green. Let's go with that. Boop-a-doop-doom. And you can see every time we change something, the pieces here change as well. So this allows us to see what it's going to look like whenever it finally gets on our truck, and then back up to the top. So let's buy one of those. There we go. We've got that purchased. And now it's over here. But we need a truck still. So we have to go into the Platinum DLC, which is where the Volvo stuff was released. We need to find our FH16, and we need to put it together. Let's see, wheel setup, 6x4. Perfect. I'm not going to change anything else, but I am going to change the main color to that green, because I think it looks awesome. Now, you can see on the very top of our box down there, says truck goes this way with the arrow pointing towards the truck. So we will pull it around towards there. You can see we have attach, and all of the parts have been added to the truck in different places where they would be normally. This is so cool. And you may be like, did that just do what I think it did? It did. It did. I'm gonna change the truck to that color now. Now let's see. Uh-oh. Where'd my box go? I think it disappeared forever. Did I just break the game? How did it? Already? Come on. So this is interesting. It just disappeared completely. DjGoHam just broke the game. All right, I guess do we do this again? It says that I own it, but I have to sell it just because it's nowhere. What just happened? Marcel. All right, let's try this again. What I've done is I've gotten them all pink this time. And we have a black truck, so this should show up pretty easily. Yeah. How's about that? So, basically, it allows us to have this completely custom truck. How neat is that? I mean, it's super duper cool, and everything works. Like, you could turn on the lights. This is just so cool, man. And then we come over here, we've got that. We can actually turn on separate lights individually. If I pull up our help window, we can see turn on additional headlights. You can have those on while the rest of the truck, the lights are off. Like, it's all individual. How did they do this? This is so cool. And I really hope that in the future, we get to see a lot more customization like this, because this just takes something and makes it custom. This is so cool. Next up, another new mod from HR Force. This is the Excavator Arm Extension. What this does is it hooks up to different excavators. It's made for the Volvo excavator from the Platinum DLC. So just like the other stuff worked with our Volvo trucks, this works with our Volvo excavators. And we actually have the color for that, which is pretty darn cool. You can change all of that if you want to. I say we get ourselves one of those. It doesn't have any bits that are supposed to work with that, so I guess we'll have to go in here. We'll go up to the top, go to our Platinum expansion. We will find ourselves un Volvo excavator. Let's see, there we go, with the fast coupler. That's what we want. And then we'll hook up to this. And we'll see if we can attach it. I'm not actually sure. I don't have one of my fancy arm things installed. So let's see if we can raise that down about like that. That should be about what we need. And then we'll just drive onto it from here. Yeah. All right. Bring it through here. Never said I was good at this. Just... So there it is. Turns out yellow's not the right color after all. These are black. But we've got all of this, and because we have extra extensions, we could do that. But can we also move the one at the very end? Oh, that's going to be a question, isn't it? So we could turn. We can move that forwards and backwards. Oh, there it is. Yeah! Actually, now we can move things. We could do all kinds of like digging and that kind of bit. And this works with the same connections. Now, you're probably looking at this going, all right, well, if that uses that same connection, can you hook up more of these together? I don't know, but I'm wondering the same thing now. So let's take this. Let's get it right here. The only thing is, will it actually control the correct one? It will control the correct one. So let's bring this up. And then, I guess, extend down? Oh no, I can't use the regular excavator to extend down. Let's see, from here. There we go. To there. And then we control the other one. And to bring that down. Just like that. And then connect it to that one. Oh, so stupid. Oh, this is great. We can control it all. Oh, I love mods. These are great. Here's something else super cool that HR Forest has released today. They've released the Palfinger Universal L Crane Pack. This is another super neato little thing. What it does is it hooks up to different things and you can add different bits to it. So we have like our log support there, we have backing lights, crane animation for sports only or complete animations, and then we have full color options for the crane, the claw, the seat, and the protection frame. Then we have another version that is completely boxed in. Super cool, right? Well, let's take a look at this. I'm gonna hook up to the Volvo semi-truck that we just did. Look at that, it's so stupid. I'm gonna take this, and I think backing up to it's probably a bad idea. Yeah, backing up to it wasn't the best idea, but it looks like it will work. Oh, I can't get it high enough. Oh, that's interesting. Well, let's see what we could do about that then. Let's see. There we go. Move that forward. Maybe a little bit too far forward. But we could change all of this up in a way that allows us to have this on semi-trucks. Move it around. Pretty cool, huh? All right, let's unfold the crane. Let's see, from there, it looks like we could probably bring this down a little bit. Although, the fact that it's going into the cabin, maybe not the best. But we can set it on its support so they're just almost perfect. And then find that little happy medium right through there. Yeah, about right there will do. All right, now let's see if we can actually control the crane. I don't know if I could control the crane. It's just giving me things to fold the crane. Maybe here? There we go. Group 1. It is in Group 1 where you move that stuff around. And then all the normal crane controls. Yeah. Yeah, every bit. Spin it around, grab a hold. So now we have attachments on semi-trucks. Any semi-truck, as long as it's got a fifth wheel. Technically, I guess you could use this on a dolly too, because it hooks up via fifth wheel. But your fifth wheel's open, so you can use it there too. This is way cooler than it has credit to be. That is such a neat thing. Very cool. Oh, that's gonna go down, isn't it? Yeah, we should probably move that back a little bit. All right, next up we have the Lizard Logistics 3-axle machine mover. This is really for just about anything you want to move around, and it's from North Modding Company, who haven't really done anything in a while. So this is super cool to see them releasing some more mods. Now, this is meant to hook up via a trailer hitch, so you can see that on the very front. We have mud flap decals on here. You could throw those if you need to. Those are going to be in the middle, so really not much going on there. Lift axle, you could say either the middle and back, the front, the middle, or the back, or front and middle, or front and back, or middle and back. but not all three, because then it would just lower. Interesting, isn't it? And then we've got different colors as well. So we have a main color, we have a design color, which is going to be everything down the middle, and then rim colors are rim colors. This is really meant to be moving logging equipment, but I guess technically you could put anything on here you wanted. And another trailer. This is from a brand that was added, I think, in the DLC last year, the Schwarzmueller Tandem trailer. This is from Wolfx Modding, who's been doing some stuff with Whiteville modding recently. Very cool to see them release some more stuff. Everything they've done has been fantastic, and this adds to it. So let's take a look at it. Tandem trailer, we have lizard wheels, we also have Trelleborg, BKT, Michelin, Continental, back in, and we have different options for each one. Extra wheels, so this is just going to be like a spare wheel. Main colors, we've got this, that's going to be the frame bits. We also have design color, which is going to add like a secondary setup for the base. That's pretty cool. And then we have different rims, so fully customizable here. Next, friend of the channel, Nico255 has released their Quivogne RLP 400. This is a front roller, so it is 4 meters wide, 80 horsepower required for it, goes at 9 miles an hour. You hook this on the front of your tractor, front 3-point, and behind you can run, well, anything else that you want to. I would recommend a 4-meter seeder or planter, something like that, and roll these after you've already done your cultivation. Next, we have the Lizard AD14. There is a PC version of this that came out today as well. We will go over that briefly, but make sure everybody pays attention here because we're not going to do this twice. 13,000 liters, that is going to be of lime and solid fertilizer. Great there. Weighs 6 tons. Now, it doesn't say what the working width is. However, it does say we can go between 12 and 24 on the website. On here, we have different wheel setups. The FL630 Supers. We can also do a 630 Ultra, Super 2, and then back in. Rear working lights, yes and no. Beacon, yes and no. And then design color for the tarp. I think that's really cool. That's an option they didn't need to give us, but they did. Looks great. Next up, we have the transport box for vegetables. You can see down here, we have potatoes and then the 3 new crops that came with the DLC. So sugar beets actually not included with this. Kind of a bummer there. 2,000 liter capacity. Think of this as a pallet. So if you've played the new premium DLC, you know that we have to have pallet boxes in there. Well, basically, this is kind of that. What you would do is you would take something that you transport with, and you would use these instead of the other, but you can't utilize the other with these in a transport situation. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes any sense. Here, the modder actually did some great screenshots for these, so you can see the boxes on the back of this trailer, which also came with the DLC, and them using it for carting. So basically, they're utilizing this as a trailer. However, once they've transported it to where they need to go, then you can utilize any type of front load or something to load these instead. Now, me personally, I would rather just use a tipper because it's like a bajillion times easier. However, if you wanted, this is another option. Next, we have the Zunhammer Zunidisc. Oh, I love the name of this. It's so cool. This has been converted over for Farming Simulator 19 and is now in 22. 100 horsepower required, 6.2 meters at 10 miles an hour. Works with your Zunhammers, but could probably work with anything that hooks up with a 3-point hitch right there. And it is a cultivator. So 6.2 meters at 10 mile an hour cultivator, only 100 horsepower. So technically, I guess you could buy one of these, use it as base game, and then go from there. Let's see. We've got all kinds of colors. Let's do Massey-Ferguson. We hadn't done anything Massey stuff in a while. Light gray, dark gray, dark gray. That's the color right there. So I guess technically you could buy this if you plan on doing slurry later on. You could buy this early on, use it as a cultivator on your tractor, and then when you got the time and you got the money for a slurry spreader in your cattle or your pigs, well, then you could use this. Kind of cool. Let's jump over to placeables, and let's start with something super duper awesome. This is from Cavalier Roy as well, and this is Farm Production. Just taking a look around, you can see we've got places for input and places for output and all kinds of stuff through here. But here, this is the magic. Look at this. Liquid fertilizer, solid fertilizer, herbicide, seed, lime, water, slurry, mineral feed, silage additive. You can make that. Sugar beet cut, diesel, hay, silage, using grass hay or chaff. We also have TMR and pig food. You can make all of those. Literally all of those. You can make water. This is cool, man. This is so cool. So it gives you all these different things that you can make. We have our inputs, we have our outputs, and you just go through, and it's all literally in one production chain. Now, you don't have all of the other stuff like your oils or the things that you would get from the tailor or my favorite, the grain mill. I forgot what my favorite thing was. There we go. But this one thing does all of those other things. It is kind of cool. Dude, it melts snow. I don't even know if we have a snow melter in Farming Simulator for all platforms, but guess what? We do now. Let's go. Next, we have another production. It is the dessert production. This is Riverview Farm. I don't know if we have this building. It looks familiar, but I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, we've got our places for everything. We also have a sell point for all of the new productions, so that's going to be right up here. Desserts. They are buying, and there's even a little place to sit down. How cool is that? So let's take a look and see what can we do with these. So we have cream caramel, or creme. We also have strawberry sorbet, chocolate mousse, chocolate brownies, chocolate fondant, and strawberry jam. So there you go. We've got all kinds of stuff that we can make and use. So from the creme caramel, for example, we're going to need eggs, milk, and sugar, and that's going to pop it out. So let's see, 50 out of 25, 15 to 15. That should be 55. So we're losing a little bit. But yeah, not too bad. Strawberry sorbet. Still very cool to see all of these new products to make. Yeah, that's so cool. Next, we have mayonnaise production. Some people like mayonnaise. Some people do not like mayonnaise, but we can all agree it makes Chick-fil-A much, much better. Over here, we'll take a look at it. It's using the bakery's building. We have mayonnaise with sunflower oil, canola oil mayonnaise, or mayonnaise with olive oil. Would canola oil mayonnaise be mayonnaise with canola oil? I'm not sure. Regardless, what you do is you take 100 liters of your oil, one of those three, then you take 50 liters of eggs, and then that produces 120 liters of mayonnaise. Oh yeah. We also have a custom sell point for that as well. Again, kind of neat here. We got a little place for mayonnaise, eggs. Neat. That's so cool. Next new one for all platforms is going to be big yellow houses. I'm not quite sure which side is the front and which side is a side, but nonetheless, we have these. Unfortunately, the big yellow houses have one big yellow problem. You can't go inside of them. And yes, it's a yellow problem. Leave me alone. Coming through here, we can sleep, but I don't even think we could change clothes if I'm not mistaken. Hey, you can't even change clothes. So, really utilized as a placeable building rather than the sleepy town place. Nonetheless, there you go. You can put down as many of these as you want. That's a good thing. Here's another house that I'm not quite sure which side's the front because both sides look kind of like the front. Here you can sleep. You can also change your clothing. It's down by some boots. I think that's kind of cute. And then over here, we have a button. I want to know what this button does. So let's go over here. Turn on the light. So I guess that's going to turn on lights all the way around the building. So there is that. Again, another building that you cannot go in. Can we sneak peek? Yeah, it's completely empty. And your last new mod today for all platforms is none of those things, except for all platforms. It was a new mod from yesterday, the Lizard BG2T. This is a new weight from Vertex Design. We can add weight, so we have a 2-ton weight or 3.3 ton. We've got pass-through for all of our hydraulics, which is very cool. Plus, we could change up the color options on everything. How neat is that? Super cool. Also, this is a mod on PC today as well, but we will only briefly talk about it. We won't actually show all the options. Quick heads up, there was a map that was released today for all platforms. However, it has recently been removed from the mod hub. Actually, it was removed before I was even able to start recording the video. And yet I'm recording now. That's weird, isn't it? Nonetheless, this was added. However, it has been removed. This map did require 10 mods, so heads up there. Yeah, really not much else to say. Was here, but it's gone now. Jumping over to our mod updates for all platforms. The first one is going to be Riverview Farm from Cavalier Roy. This is version 1.3, and it's an absolutely massive update. However, it's the exact same update that we've gotten to his Ebony Island map, as well as Maple Farm, and I think Glenlethan as well. So instead of just reading all of these out, if you remember those, well, this has got the same stuff. Next, we have the Fendt 900 Vario Series version 2001, added realistic rims and fixed some smaller issues. Thirdly is the Massey-Ferguson 600 Series version 1.1, new sounds loaded, 698 version is remodeled and separated, interior and exterior models improved, Nokian tire option added for 2-wheel drive, wheel options been re-edited, and configurations re-edited. Massive modding in AJ3D's HSK Series has been updated to 1.2. 2, visual errors corrected on model, and added new options. Very small update to the ANNABURGER HTS 2279 MultiLand Plus version 1312. Added front ramp grid at the classic liner. Next up, the Bauer V30 version 1.1 added manure system, which is only a PC update, and little fixes. Goldhofer STZ-VP pack version 2001 fixed a bug in the attacher. Colors have been revisited, and the Volvo colors have been added, as well as the kingpin replaced and sliding coupling added. Here's one that just recently came out. The Volvo F16 Bullbar version 1001 fixed a bug in the coupling animation of the Lizard Universal Bullbar. A collision had not moved. Haul with cooling chamber version 1.1. New object storage installed in the cooling systems. It changed the haul with cooling and object storage, which can now be found under silos. Floor plane weighing station version 1002. Free placement rotation set at the request of the community. And your last update for all platforms today is going to be the Placeable Snowmen. However, this is showing version 1.0 still, and there's no update changelog, so I have no idea what changed. Alright, let's talk about some new ones for PC and Mac players. The first one looks super interesting. The Metsjö Olympia 75. This is PC and Mac, only 39,500 liter capacity and weighs 11.8 tons. This is super interesting looking to me, and I've never seen anything like this before. Super cool though. Hey, let's talk about wheels. We have Redestein, BKT, Michelin, Trelleborg, and back end. We can change a few of these up from standard and wide tires and a different setup. We also have a green or red trailer, plus our license plate. Secondly, we have the Krone Turbo Pack. This is, interestingly, for PC and Mac only today. Kind of bummer, but it is what it is, I guess. 19,000 liter capacity. We can add silage additive to that if you want. We also have a folded 11,900 liter capacity. If you want that, wheel brands from Trelleborg, Redestein, Midas, BKT, and back in again, standard and wide tires, main color green or red. Then we have a very similar setup here, but this is 22,000 or 13,000. As mentioned, we did have a PC only version of the AD14. This is from Camara. And also, as mentioned, we had a PC only version of the BG2G or 2T, the Silberhorn. Lastly, today let's talk about some updates for PC players. The Kirchner T6000 version 1.1 added manure system and little fixes. Dashboard Live version 1.3 support for precision farming, CVT add-on, RDA, which is tire pressure regulation system, compatibility with custom PDAs of the real GPS mod, translation for front loader added, dark mode has been added, fix for the cut height, a display type audio has been added. And your last update today in the last mod of the video, this is the Squarebale HD Wrapper version 101. Remove the log outputs, and both specializations been rewritten so that the animation and sound also work on dedicated servers. And that is it. I hope you enjoyed it. Drop a like if you did. Get subscribed if you're new, and join the DjGoHam fam. Make sure that notification bell's on as well. That way you never miss daily farming simulator videos here on the channel. If you want to see me using a chainsaw and tearing up Zelonka, we dropped that video earlier today, and tomorrow should be a fairly normal day. We will have news early in the morning, hopefully mods midday, and Farm Sim Show should be coming back tomorrow as well, so stay tuned for that. Otherwise, just hope you have a great day. We'll see you later.